What's up, everyone, and welcome to a special April Fool's. I mean, not really. We're just going to do the show. Edition of the MMA Bourbon Appreciation Society. I am Jeremy Johnson, alongside with Jim Range. Craig Nasello tonight is joining us via Zoom, all that other good stuff. He is live here. Craig, how you doing, buddy?
Why are we not, why do I have no video?
Well, it doesn't matter. You don't need video. Nobody needs to see you.
It's fine. Yeah, that's just fucking stupid. Then why am I doing this?
No, you're on video. You are live. I mean, it's gonna be.
I understand that, but I'm watching it as on my laptop as we're talking, and there's literally a picture of it.
Well, we're gonna fix that. So we're working. It's fine.
I could have stayed and ate dinner.
But it's working, so that's what matters tonight. Now, he is live because Bellator has got their very first show back on Showtime. So, number one, congratulations, Craig, for making it to Showtime. So, very awesome.
Sure. I mean, I didn't do anything. I just kind of show up and work here.
Well, all right. But kind of talk us through what is it a day in the life now getting ready? I know you've been out there for a couple of days, so tell us what's going on out there.
Nothing much, just kind of sitting around. Just got quarantine released. I got my stuff back, so.
Well, that's good. So do you guys have to just sit there by yourselves, like you can't even communicate with the other guys?
Oh no, we sit here and talking bullshit like through text and stuff, but we can't leave our room after we have our COVID test until we get our testing back. Usually, it's not until tomorrow morning we don't get it back. But tonight we all of us got him back early except for Sid. So Sid's still in quarantine.
Poor Sid G.
Yeah, gotta love him.
All right, but now talking MMA, not only do we have the Bellator, I mean, this is big for them. This is a gigantic thing, Jimmy, for Bellator to move to Showtime. It's kind of where Scott Coker got to start with Strikeforce.
Yeah, and they're back on a major network. They're in a really good position to bring everything back. They're doing it with the Featherweight Grand Prix.
Yeah,
they got the semifinal, and then the championship.
Yeah, so Craig, what is the main card? Give us kind of the rundown of what we're going to see.
You're going to see a 5-round fight probably between Patricio and Emmanuel Sanchez. I think that's going to be probably one of the fights, if not fight of the year, one of the fights of the year. Those two went at it the first time, and I don't expect any less the second time around.
Yeah, that was a heck of a fight.
I would have liked to see this one as the final.
Oh yeah, completely.
I think if Patricio gets through Emmanuel, I think that's the final everybody wants to see is AJ versus Patricio Pitbull.
Well, sure.
Hands down, AJ McKee is a killer. And doing, what's he 16-0 now or something like that? Yeah. But then you're going against probably the best featherweight in the world right now, in my opinion.
Now I want to address that. So Pitbull came out and said that if Michael Chandler does win the UFC title, does that make Patricio the number one pound for pound in that weight division? Craig, thoughts?
I'm pretty strong on yes on that, but that's just me. I'm also not a Chandler fan, but whatever.
Fair. Jimmy?
I think so. I mean, I would love to see a cross.
Well, we're never going to see a cross promotion.
You're not going to see a cross promotion fight.
No,
it won't. But I think Patricio can hold his own with anybody in the weight class.
I definitely think that, and I know that. Patricio he's a tough guy. Do you think that he has grown since the last Chandler fight, Craig?
Patricio?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Didn't you see his fight against Pedro Cavallo?
Oh, yeah.
His last, oh, my God. It was, 40 seconds? I mean...
I guess my thing is that the problem that you're going to run into is that... Without the name recognition, they actually mentioned Michael Chandler as a Bellator champ whenever he came into the UFC. I think that's because hasn't made it over to the Bellator name yet.
Right.
And I think that's potentially the problem of Patricio being the number one because he's not in the UFC. I may be wrong, but that's how I see it, especially for people who are the casual fans who are going to go, well, who's this guy they're talking about?
Yeah, but he's easily searched. I mean,
yeah, but you got to go search on him. That's the thing with it, Craig. I mean, you've always
Paramount or someplace else. But here's the problem, Jimmy. How many of those guys in the UFC these days do you have to go search because you've never fucking heard of them?
I mean that's fair.
But you still
have
these guys.
Visibility. Not really. I mean, you know, they're on ESPN Plus now, and you got to pay for that to watch the goddamn fight. You got to pay for this. You got to pay for that with the UFC. It's a money grab for the UFC at this point, is my thought. That's my personal opinion. Bellator is still free every day. Free on Showtime. We have Bellator.com. It's free. So, I mean, what do you do?
Well, I think that's a real interesting lead into also that, you know, and we're going to talk about the past week's UFC fights, but there has been big UFC news that a lot of people thought was an April Fool's prank. And that really came out last night, but it really hit the media today, and that there is the potential of, for lack of a better term, a hostile takeover of the UFC business.
Yeah. Endeavor's looking to buy out KKR and I forget the other minority partner right now. Endeavor's got 1%. The others are 49.9. So they've got just enough that they want to buy it out to keep control. And that's Endeavor's number one moneymaker. That's their cash cow.
Go ahead. Well, here's the thing though. What happens if they do a hostile takeover and take this over and take it public? Here's my question: is Dana White gone? Do you get rid of Dana? I mean,
that's a tough one. I mean, Dana White is the face of the UFC. It's not a fighter. He is the face of the UFC. So that's a real interesting thought if we would get rid of him.
I don't see that happening, honestly.
I want to know, does that mean he loses whatever his 10% or whatever it was that he got out of the deal? Do they buy him out too?
Yeah, if he's part of that 51, then he'd be bought out, and that turns into that, what is it, roughly 475?
But here's the thing.
75 million.
Yeah.
And say what his 10%. How much money is that? How much money are you looking at 10%? That's a lot of goddamn money for him to walk away.
Well,
but then again, if they keep him on, but here's the thing: they keep him on as a president. He doesn't have the 10% no more. What kind of a salary is he going to draw?
A gigantic one.
Right,
a gigantic one.
He could possibly have a major buyout with what'd you say, 475 million, Jimmy?
Yes.
Turn around and then get a salary on top of that. I mean,
I'd take that money. How about you guys?
I'd think about
in a heartbeat. What do you price about it?
475. That means they're valued at 950.
Oh,
he walks away with 85 million if he's got 10% ownership.
That's crazy.
What were they looking? They were looking for what, 1.9 billion to buy them out and then take them public.
Yeah, that was the number I had heard.
Yeah, that's the IPO, and then they want to buy out this percentage for 475. Which I'm like, if I own 49%. And you're taking it public for 1.9. I want
absolutely. I want all kinds of money.
475. I want 950.
Can you imagine? I don't care. Can you imagine? Exactly. I tell you what, though, all of this, I need a drink after that because that was something serious. So, I know Mr. Craig, though, even though we can't quite see him. Actually, yes, we can see him now on screen here.
I just seen that.
Yeah. So,
I see we're getting an echo out there too, guys.
So, Craig, though, talk to us now. Kind of, what's your drink of choice when you're on the road? Make us a cocktail.
So we're gonna have some Jack Daniels. These are easy to get on and off the plane.
Very nice.
Because it's expensive if you buy it here.
I see you broke out the
cup and unwrap it.
Yeah, we're glad you brought out the good stuff.
I got. Hey! Don't get mad at me. I'm just get you some ice. Hands got. I'm arthritic today, and a whole lot of Jack Daniels.
Very nice.
I've had a couple of these already today, guys. So
quarantine will do that.
And I usually just do a little bit of Coke, but they've been kind of strong, so I did a lot of Coke. And there you go. There's
Well,
my
cheers.
special.
Cheers.
There is the Cutman special on the road from Craig Nasello. Now, I will take you one here, though. Tonight,
that's still strong.
So tonight I wanted to kind of do something a little bit different. Getting into springtime, something cool. I'm a big fan of tonic water. It's a little bitter. It's a little citrusy. Works out. So I am going to make. Well, I mean, no. Tonight I am making you what's called a BLT, or a bourbon, lemon, and tonic. So very easy cocktail. Start off shaker of ice. We're going to add in half an ounce of lemon juice. All right, fresh squeezed, of course. That's how it's got to be. You're going to take an ounce and a half of bourbon. Tonight I am using OCD number 5, which will also be in our Sip, Sink, and Save. This comes from Glens Creek Distillery, which actually those guys own the original Old Crow Distillery, and it is a pretty amazing product. So we'll see how it fares out in the Sip, Sink, and Save tonight. We're going to do an ounce and a half of bourbon into that. Then we're going to do a quick shot of simple syrup, about a half an ounce. If you like it a little bit sweeter, give it a little bit sweeter taste to it. Give yourself a little bit more, but it works out.
You probably have to with that OCD for me.
Well, so we're going to see how Craig goes with it.
We know where Craig's going.
Yeah.
Well, no, we don't. We know where number 3 is.
Right. All right. Give it a good shake. Good stuff there. Take it then. Pour into your glass. Next. Top with your tonic water.
Tonic water.
It's delicious.
That doesn't really Jack and Coke in Craig's eyes.
It really doesn't. Garnish with a lime, give it a little squeeze. And that is the BLT, Jimmy. Enjoy. All right. Cheers, Craig. And that is delicious.
It's unfortunate that Craig doesn't like the tonic.
Yeah, he doesn't like tonic water. He doesn't like ginger beer. I mean, it's fine. So, all right, that is our decent cocktail tonight. Let me know. We'll find the recipe for us on our TikTok at MMA Bourbon. I'll put that up a little bit later. Darn right, we got. Well, you're the biggest number on TikTok. Let's be honest, Craig. So, all right, last week's UFC fights. Jimmy. Francis Ngannou. Stipe Miocic. What a fight.
Wow. I mean, I didn't know what to expect when they came out. I thought it was going to be a good fight. I mean, the part that Stipe was so slimmed down before and Ngannou was just massive. And I expected if they got through the first round and midway into the second and that, and Ngannou gassed it out.
Sure.
Stipe actually said it was starting to go his way and he got caught. But where I was impressed with Ngannou was when Stipe in the first round shot on him, Ngannou sprawling and taking his back.
Yeah, I mean, he looked good.
I mean, I was just in 12 a couple weeks ago, and he looked like some of the heavyweights, the way he handled himself on the mat. I mean,
did he really say, did Stipe really say that was starting to go his way? There was nothing about that fight that went his way other than him taking a nap.
No. He just looked.
Dude, he got knocked the fuck out. Dude, that guy was dead.
He was. Yeah, it was a definitive knockout. I will give you that. No, it was completely. I mean, that is a one hitter quitter, bunch of power right there. So, the funny thing is that I want to bring into this one now is Jon Jones. There was a ton of tweets that went back and forth during this fight. Apparently, Jon Jones asked for $10 million to fight.
That was more than
to
10
fight
million.
Francis. I mean, it's just an astronomical figure for the UFC. And then whenever I guess Dana said no. The funny thing though that I found is if you guys watch the press conference afterwards, they were talking about the tweets of Jon Jones, and Dana White's response was, "Well, cocaine is really expensive."
Wow, I missed that part.
I didn't hear that. How about just spit my fucking drink everywhere? Holy shit. That's hilarious. I have not heard that.
That was his walk off. It was that, yep, well, cocaine's real expensive, so, and left it at that. I cannot.
Ngannou wants that fight.
Oh, well, of course he does. It's a gigantic payday.
He wants the payday. He doesn't want to go back. He doesn't want a third fight.
Eric Klotz or Klotz. I don't know how to say his last name. Debo or Nagano.
Fair. But
I'm going Debo.
Well, I would not want to fight that man. I mean, I'd fight him for $10 million tomorrow, though.
Derek Lewis will do it for 8.
Well, that was the best one, though. Craig, talk about what Derek Lewis came back with that.
All I seen was Derek Lewis say, "Shit, I'll do it for $8 million." You know, I mean, Derek Lewis is probably one of the funniest dudes. If you don't follow him on social media, you have to. His Instagram and everything, dude, that guy is hilarious. I love me some freaking Derek Lewis, man. He's hilarious.
Now, the other one that I found interesting is the entertainment value of the fights this week. Some good stuff. Yeah, they were really good. But talk about old Sugar Sean there.
Yeah, thought he had to walk off, ready to celebrate, looking for the highlight reel, and Almeida just, my God, the guy go down, and he finally did, but he just was not going down. He was taking everything thrown at him, and it just surprised me. But the whole thing is, Sugar Sean said afterwards, "I'm an entertainer," which to me, you're either a fighter, you're there as a fighter, you're not there as an entertainer in my mind. See, it's a fine line.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all, because I think that there's varying ways to do it. I think Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is an entertainer. He's the nice guy. He plays that role. Conor McGregor is Conor McGregor. There have been these. You know, the only ones I think that have a persona that it's real are the Diaz brothers. I think that those guys live it, breathe it. That's them. It is what it is. But like, everyone has to have something now. And it's transferring over to the world of boxing. I mean, we've got Anderson Silva coming up against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Where did this even come from? I mean, Anderson Silva's what, 67 years old now?
Dude, he's younger than me and you.
Right, he's old. So, but
dude, I think he's younger than me.
Well,
like
you're old too,
43.
so it's fine, Craig.
But that's not the point. The point of it is, this dude's still gonna probably beat the shit out of this boxer dude. I don't even know his fucking name.
Ooh. I do not see that one going that way. Right. Yeah. Right.
But
it's not even that I'm anti-boxing. Is Anderson Silva's footwork and his head movement is 15 times better than most boxers.
Producer Matt, what do you see that one going? Is it going to be Anderson Silva's way? That's a big thumbs down. It was amazing is what it was. And then it comes down to like this Jake Paul and Ben Askren.
Oh my God, I'm so sick of talking about this stupid shit. No one gives a shit about Jake Paul.
I hate to say it, Craig, but I think you're wrong. And I the other thing that kills me is the odds makers are betting Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Big time.
Man, I hope somebody puts a lot of money on Askren and wins.
I mean, I put 500 on him. We'll see how it plays out.
We walked through who we thought was going to win, and we're not going to bring it back up.
No, we're not.
Selections then. But it ties into though.
Well, I want to
look at the money these guys are getting in boxing.
Oh, completely.
Well, I get it. The money's there.
Versus the athlete, and this is where I was with that fine line, because these guys are going to make a shit ton of money.
Well, and Craig,
Jake Paul is not a fighter. He called out and said he's going to be the wealthiest boxer out there. And with the following he's got,
good luck.
This new,
I hope you can surpass
and everything they're putting together. If you've got the non-boxing fans are willing to follow him and watch it, he's going to make it.
Okay.
And I'm worried about what's he going to do to
the sport,
the combat sports in general.
Well,
not just boxing, but MMA too.
So, Craig, here's the thing. Ben Askren was the Bellator champ forever.
He was the one champ forever.
One champ forever. Now he's stepping into a different world. He was a big wrestler. That was his game. He took people down. He did what he did.
Big wrestler. He's a great wrestler. Now, don't get me wrong. I was not a Ben Askren fan in MMA. I'm not. But you're going with a guy that has multiple facets of combat sports experience.
Absolutely. I agree. And that's why I
to a guy that's
bet
had
my money on Askren.
And a guy that's had what, 2 fights against
and one was against a basketball player.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A basketball player, and one was an ex-NFL player that can't still jab, let alone throw one.
Here's part of it too. You look at Askren, he's always fought control fighters. They're more conventional. You've got a completely unorthodox brawler coming in who's going to be swinging Riley. Askren's not going to know how to defend against because he's not a stand-up striker with good head movement, man.
I'm telling you guys, you're sleeping on this. I just don't think it's going to happen. If it does, I'll be. Let's put this. If it does, I'll be 100% surprised. If Ben Askren loses this fight, I don't even know what I'll have to do or say. But Jake Paul is not going to fucking beat him. It's like Conor McGregor was not going to beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm sorry.
It's an entirely different.
He wasn't.
It is.
Not really.
But,
no,
it's
right. Not. No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
All right. Well, let us know in the chat and on Twitter at MMA Bourbon, but you can let us know in the chat here who takes it. Ben Askren. Oh, shit. Okay, go ahead, Craig.
I got a question. Okay, so let's flip this around. If it wasn't just boxing, it was an MMA fight. Who the fuck's going to win that fight?
Askren.
Okay. Why?
Because there's takedowns.
He's going to control the fight. He's not going to.
Okay. You don't think he can't control the fight in a boxing fight?
No.
I disagree with that.
Wow. I see that there may be a bet between Craig and Jimmy on this one.
I just
little something. All right.
I mean, a guy that has 2 fights his whole fucking life. 2 fights.
We lost our people.
I would put my 16-year-old.
Yeah, I even swore on the air, and I never do that. So
I would put my 16-year-old in there against him.
All right. Okay. So anyway, let us know here in the chat. Who do you pick? Jake Paul, Ben Askren. Who do you take? Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. or Anderson Silva? Let us know on Twitter at MMA Bourbon. Check it out. I don't know, Jimmy. It is what it is.
Let us know if you're going to watch it. Me personally, I did watch the Mayweather McGregor fight.
Oh yeah, we watched it here.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll watch this one or not. And I watched the Tyson fight.
I will. I'm just saying. I hate to say it, but I will. Right, absolutely. A lot of good stuff though. Now let's switch over to the bourbon world. And tonight we have a very interesting sip, sink, and save. And it is all brought to you by Bucks Burley Hair Care. Check them out at bucksburley.com. You can get it on Amazon. Search Bucks Burley. That's right. They keep us all looking great with the hair products. Even Craig down there in the Bellator world, you can see it there. Jimmy and I, we do it. We try to make it look good. So check them out. But tonight we're talking about bourbons that you may not know about. And
I have it right here.
That's beautiful. I love to see that. I'm sure that Buck loves to see that also. No, tonight we have a great lineup. We all chose one that we thought was our personal favorites that no one really would know about. Even some of the bigger people in the bourbon world may have never heard of these. So tonight, Craig, we threw out the Whiskey Acres for you. Kind of give us a talk about why that's your choice.
A lot of people don't know it. It's getting more popular, of course, but it's from DeKalb, Illinois. It's a smaller distillery in Northern Illinois. I really enjoy it. I've always enjoyed their stuff since I got introduced to them. They make good. They have very good products.
Yeah, very much.
I'm not the rye guy usually, but I do like their rye, and I actually have their rye and their bourbon. But their rye is very, very good.
Yeah, so we're throwing the rye out tonight. Jim Range, you picked a real interesting one from New York City's oldest distillery.
That's right, with Kings County. I actually happened to get this right at the holidays when we had our bourbon share that we did.
Hold on, hey.
For me.
Is that considered a bourbon since it's not in Kentucky?
Yes, absolutely. As long as it meets the standards, it does not have to be made in Kentucky.
I'm just asking because you tried to sit there and say Jack Daniels isn't a bourbon.
Well,
because Jack Daniels isn't a bourbon; it's a Tennessee whiskey. Let's not get into this Lincoln County method fight again. Damn it! All right, continue, Jim, please.
I was very impressed with it, and I knew where you guys would be going with your picks.
Yeah.
So it was between something that good chance nobody in St. Louis has heard of.
Fair.
But what's funny is you picked up a bottle on the way here too.
I did,
just because
local stores.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of it. It's they make some great products. They had a chocolate malted bourbon a few years ago that was incredible. Actually, I kept the bottle just because it was one of the most amazing things that I'd ever had. Yeah. And then my pick was I'm bringing in OCD number 5, which does not stand for Old Crow Distillery. It stands for whatever you want it to stand for what they told us. But that comes from the Glens Creek Distillery. They bought the original Old Crow facility. And we actually took a tour. All of us did. Amazing place. Yeah. They make an incredible product. I actually have this one. I have their premium, which was the last 3 gallons of every barrel that was mixed together and sent in. But I'm bringing the just the standard tonight. And as you can all see there, it has been quite well received and drank. Probably on my 4th bottle that I have owned of that. So yes.
I forgot.
Yes, there was a lot, and it's kind of fun whenever you go check out the distillery. Once they realize that you're really a whiskey drinker, boy, the pours start coming. So
yeah, we had a great time down there, and we do thank those guys for having us.
But all right,
Craig
Nasello,
sip, sink, and save.
All right, my sip is going to be the Whiskey Acres Rye. Of course, it's my pick. I'm going to drink that every day if I can.
Okay.
My save is going to be no, my OCD is going to be down a drain. I am not a fan of the OCD. They had a couple that were good. I just didn't like the number 5. It was a little bit too hot for me. It reminded me more of a rye than anything because it was so hot.
Fair. It is definitely a higher proof. Yeah.
Not even just higher.
Yeah.
He's right with the heat with it.
Right.
Yeah. And then my save is going to be the goddamn
the Kings.
All right. The Kings. Thank you. Sorry.
So Craig Nasello, sipping Whiskey Acres. He is going to throw down the drain the OCD number 5. That hurts my feelings. And he is going to save the Kings County for a special occasion. All right, Jim Range, lay it on us.
I'm really not sure what to think right now because in my life, and I never thought I'd ever hear Craig say that he would sip a rye.
I know. I'm lost.
Yeah, I know, but I do like I said, the Whiskey Acres product is such high quality. Yeah. No matter which one it is, it's good. It's so good.
So with these 3, as much as I love the King's Creek, that was my choice.
Yeah.
I knew what we're bringing out with it. The rye is going to be my sipper.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but Jimmy's a rye guy.
Yeah.
I mean, but I really, as Craig said, it's a really good smooth rye.
It is.
It's very good. I'm going to save the OCD and
really?
Really?
Wow.
Okay.
They are close. They are close. Like I said, the only reason I got rid of the OCD is it's just a little too hot for me.
Fair.
And that's why I'm going with those 2 over the Kings. I think I get a little more.
All right.
With it.
Interesting.
Well, I hate to say it, but I think you and I are basically the same here. For mine tonight, I am going to definitely pick the Whiskey Acres as my sipper. Nice, well-balanced rye. It's got a very caramel note. It has a nice apricot finish to it. Going down the drain, I cannot believe is going to be the Kings County, but it is very true. Out of the 3, all 3 great products. And then definitely to save for the special occasion or the mixer is the OCD. It's one of the more, very few bottles are made every year. They don't have a huge distribution, and even though it is almost, it's literally ran by 4 guys. But
they actually get called bootleggers.
Yeah.
By the other distilleries down there. They're so small.
Right.
They joke about the bootlegger down the street.
Yeah.
They'll point down to.
It's literally like it's like almost. I mean, literally, their still is made out of a lot of copper, a couple of beer kegs. I mean, it was crazy to see. But yeah, so I am gonna sip whiskey acres. I am gonna pour down the sink of the Kings County, and I am gonna save the OCD for the special occasions because it's hard to get. So, all right, let us know, guys, what your favorite bourbon is that nobody knows about, because that's what this is really all about. Jimmy, what are a couple others that you're a fan of that probably not a whole lot of people have seen? I mean, everybody talks about the allocateds and all the other stuff, but what's the stuff that's out there that doesn't get a lot of play? Fair. All right.
Great mixing
whiskey.
Very much so. One is getting a little more popular.
Mm-hmm.
Blade and Bone.
That's
true. And that's I mean, it's a mass-produced distillery,
but you don't hear people talk about it. They do.
I've been seeing it around a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely hitting the stores now.
Yeah.
I would say my biggest one that I don't think a whole lot of people have seen is a company called J. Henry out of Wisconsin, and they make a wheated bourbon, and it's a really high corn content, so it's super sweet. If you like super sweet ones, they're starting to get a little more than Midwestern distribution now, so check them out also. Craig, what's another favorite of yours that you wouldn't think people quite knew about? Jack Daniels, right?
No. God dang it! What's the name of that one now? Completely drawn a blank.
Well, yeah, Still 630 is a big one here in St. Louis.
Still 630, yeah. That is a big one in St. Louis, and that is a good one.
Yeah, they've won a ton of awards.
Just recently, too.
Yeah. Big ones. So like I said, let us know on Twitter at MMA Bourbon.
And Still 630 does more than just bourbon, don't they? They do vodka.
Oh, yeah, they do gins, they do vodkas, they do the gamut. And they're actually literally located in an old Hardee's / Carl's Jr. building. I mean, it's crazy to see. So real interesting place if you can ever get a tour in. Sometimes they let you in, sometimes they don't. But a big one, let's see, one out of the comments here, Jeremy, you got to try tonic syrup. Actually, I have had tonic syrup. It's pretty amazing. I've done a couple of really cool things with it. And if that comes down to it, we'll make a few that are different syrups and stuff at some point in time. We are seeing now, as Craig is, he's there for the first show of Bellator since COVID opened. The promotion that I work for, Shamrock FC, we may have a big announcement coming up tomorrow that may be about shows, may not be. I don't know. They don't tell me anything. But things are starting to open up. And so, we've been down to the Bourbon Trail during COVID, and it's a very different experience. What do you think it's going to be like when it opens up?
That we need to go back.
Well, that's a fair statement.
I mean, because we rarely got the tip of it. I mean, I think it's going to be amazing. I just hope that everything can get back to normal down there. I mean, it was definitely different. It was my first time down there, and it was very cool. I'd like to go. I definitely want to go tour the Buffalo Trace facility, and I'd like to do the Maker's Mark facility also.
Yeah, I was at Maker's Mark last month, and yeah, it's very different of a tour. They don't actually let you in the field or into the distillery house anymore at the moment because of COVID, but they said that will come back. Give me your thoughts, though.
I'm hearing more and more private tours going on, and I think that may be the future for a while. They're going to open up. They're going to be smaller amounts of people in, but I think their private tours might be the way they let people get in, do the tours, get the experience of it, just to keep it going. Until things level out for quite a bit, I don't see them opening up though for a while.
Yeah, I don't either. I think that it's going to take a little bit more time, and things move a little slower in bourbon country, which there's nothing wrong with. But go down there, support them all. There's a lot of little distilleries. There's a lot of big distilleries. Things are starting to open up. I know that even like Woodford Reserve is starting to do tours again now. So, but they are smaller. Buffalo Trace does a tour, but you have to have reservations, and they are a month out. So
and make sure you go to Whiskey Kitchen and eat.
Yeah, absolutely. Go check them out. Good shout out there to our buddies at Merle's Whiskey Kitchen. We try to hit that place up every time that we go.
Oh
Oh yeah,
Old Taylor.
Yeah, we didn't get to go. We just got to go outside. We need to go there as soon as they open back up.
Yeah,
that place was pretty amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm looking forward to when they actually start releasing some bourbon. Right now they're releasing gin and
vodka. Yeah, the easy ones, the ones that are off the still.
I'm really looking forward.
The ones you don't have to age.
Yeah, but they're aging it and they're looking forward to it. So, but the facility's beautiful and it's worth going in just to check out.
Yeah.
The other thing that I am looking forward to is that we very soon are going to be moving into a new studio. And it will be more of a bar setting. We'll have all of our audio and lighting and all things are going to be permanent. And so, I know that we run into some issues every once in a while. We'll have a little audio issue here and there or whatever, but all of that's going to be taken care of because it's all going to be constant, knock on wood. But Jimmy, it's going to be a great looking place.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Building a new bar, 10-foot long, live slab top on it.
And it'll be pretty.
It's all done, and it's getting in the finalization stage of it. So next, probably first show in May, it'll be up. It'll be available. We'll be using it.
Very cool.
Very cool.
The other
big thing that we've got going on, and we are really excited about this, is we have merchandise coming. That's right. We have moved to the point that it is time. We are going to be debuting hoodies, T-shirts, Glencairn glasses, rocks glasses, the whole bit. We will be having those on our Facebook page coming very soon. We're kind of finalizing some of the business end of it, but if you guys want MMA Bourbon merchandise, please let us know. Shoot us a private message on our Facebook page or on Instagram at MMA Bourbon. We got some cool stuff coming.
And actually, we saw the prototypes for the first time today, some screenshots of them on the glasses, a couple different ways of doing them, and I think a little bit of fine tuning, but we're just about there.
Yeah, and we are going. I mean,
we enjoy good bourbon, so we're going for good products. So it may not be the koozies and can openers, but it's going to be good stuff.
And possibly our own bourbon.
Well, that is
just a little teaser.
That was a good teaser, Craig. I'll give you that.
There's talk.
There is talk. Yes, it was. So, all right, guys.
Remember to follow us on all of the socials at MMA
Bourbon. Let us know. Jimmy Range, what else you got to close the night out?
Just appreciate everybody being out there. Really do.
Craig, let them
know from out there in Bellator land.
Tune in tomorrow night, Bellator.com for the prelims, and then Showtime for the main card. 5 fights on the main card. Check us out. It's our first show since December, and at our new home at Showtime. So give us a shout or check it out. Let us know, man. Got some great fights heading up tomorrow night. And then we're 3 weeks in a row. So it's this Friday night, next Friday night, and the Friday after that. We're all on Showtime.
Wow. Well, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward
to it. So check Craig out. And remember to check us out on the socials. And we'll see you next time right here at the MMA Bourbon Appreciation Society.
Cheers, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.